Hi! Today is June 9th in the year of our Lord 2008 AD, and today we're going to discuss a column which appeared in today's Dallas Morning News. This column was written by a gentleman, and because I don't want to insult him, who lives in Washington, D.C. And his solution to the gas prices here in these United States of America is to raise the price, to raise the taxes on the gasoline. He says by raising it, we should solve the problem. Yes, so we won't be able to drive. So we won't be able to go to work or go to the grocery store, you idiot. Sure, you could do that in Washington, D.C. because it's a pedestrian city. Pedestrian cities are, number one, where you have a concentration of the populace in small areas, where you're able to open up a grocery store every 3 or 4 blocks. And you can walk to the grocery store to get your food. Also, transportation is concentrated, that it's every couple of blocks you have either a subway line or a bus line that crisscrosses the municipality, such as Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Chicago, New York City, Boston. Those are pedestrian cities. But the rest of the fruited plain isn't, you pinhead. President Bush goes to Congress and says, hey, Kistuga, the price of gas is going up. We got plenty of oil in this country. Release the restrictions and let us drill for our own oil. And Congress told him basically, drop dead. We're not releasing anything. You're not touching any more oil in this country. So the poor guy, he goes across the sea to Saudi Arabia. And he has the Saudis increase their production. And the Saudis are scratching their heads saying, is this man really that stupid? How do you come here and ask me to release my oil when you're sitting on just as much oil, if not more oil, than I have in my country? You don't want to drill for your oil, but you want me to increase production in my country? Mr. Bush, respectfully, go home. Get out of here, will you? Americans, take the Gulf of Mexico. Congress says no more new oil platforms in the Gulf of Mexico, even though we're finding more and more oil there. So the Cubans, in their portion of the Gulf, they contracted with the Communist Chinese. And they're not drilling straight down for the oil. Nah. They're drilling this way for the oil so they can get the oil from the American portion of the Gulf. Yeah! So it's you gotta hand it to them. They're smart fellas, those communists, because us stupid capitalists, we won't drill straight down to get the oil, but the communists are going to drill across to get that very same oil. Because we have a stupid Congress that's not representative of the people. It's time to sharpen our pitchforks. It's time for the revolution. It's time to empty out Washington and throw them all in the Potomac. Now I know you're not willing to sharpen your pitchforks. So here's what we can do, kids. Vote the bums out of office. Now you say to yourself, if I vote these bums out of office, the new crop of bums are going to do the same thing. Yeah, they're going to be a new crop of bums, and you're right about that. However, at least when they first get in there, they're going to solve this problem of oil. They're going to let us drill for our oil. Then they'll turn into a bunch of bums, and we'll worry about that later. But in the meantime, we'll be pumping our own oil in this country. Folks, we got to get up and do something. The Congress of this United States no longer represents you and I. We no longer have a representative government. It's gone. It's a facade. All right, folks. See ya. God bless you. God bless America. And God bless the nation you happen to live in. And that nation you happen to live in, I sure hope your representatives are more representative of the people than the ones we're stuck with here in this country. And I hope your representatives are exploiting your resources to improve and keep your economy going. See ya.
We are springing to the call for 300,000 more, shouting the battle cry of freedom, and we'll fill the vacant ranks of our brothers gone before.